Hey, everybody. Hello, Bella.
Hello.
There's Bella filming. Now it's back. Like
I'm back.
everything's right with the world, right?
That's right.
So
you want to tell them what you just did?
Oh yeah. Okay. So we'll get to what we're having for dinner tonight. One of the things we're having tonight is potatoes. We're gonna have some roasted potatoes in the oven with some herb de Provence and olive oil. So the potatoes are all cut up. Our producer, the ravishing Mrs. Ritter, cut these up nicely because she likes the precise squares that they're cut up in. She says, I do it all. Here's her new word. You know what her new word is? Janky. She says I do it janky. What does janky mean? I don't know. Not right? So I cut up to apples because we're going to have...
Not up to par.
What? Huh?
It's not up to par.
Yeah, that's right. That's probably true. So we're going to have... I've got some apples. We're going to have some stewed apples I'm kind of excited about trying. Mm-hmm. So I got them sitting right side by side, right? So I'm sitting there talking to Bella. You know, we're getting everything all lined up, ready to go. So I reach in mindlessly, grab what I thought was an apple, and took a big bite, and it was a raw potato. And I was like, whoa, that's not good. So they're better cooked, right?
That's right.
So... what are we having tonight? This is a little bit in the spirit of Mom's like dinner video. So it was, a complete meal. So we're going to have fried pork chops tonight. We're going to have oven roasted potatoes. We've got some butter peas that are on the oven right now. The oven's warming up for the potatoes. And then I'm going to stew some apples with some honey and butter. And I'm going to stew them down. I'm kind of excited about trying that.
Yeah.
That magical sound means the oven is warmed up. So let's first thing, like I said, these potatoes are decidedly not janky, not cut up funky. They're cut up just right per the ravishing Mrs. Ritter. So just some simple extra virgin olive oil. All right, and I'm just looking to coat the potatoes. And so probably put in about a quarter cup of olive oil here, just enough to coat. And then probably a tablespoon or so of these herb de Provence, all right, and then just mix, just to coat. How's that looking, Bella?
Delicious.
So what are you doing here?
Well, it's Thanksgiving break.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you're not in school.
I got a week off, and I got back home last Friday night. Just the last few weeks of school are pretty much just finals, getting ready for finals. So it's kind of crazy.
And we're
semester's gone by so fast.
House for
Thanksgiving.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put.
I'm
gonna put some salt down here for the.
Those
are our butter peas that I'm gonna turn down to a simmer. They're just frozen butter peas. I'm going to put some salt in here. You get your hand all in that oil and it gets all greasy, All right, so my hand's all
wash your hand.
Janky. I did. It didn't. I guess I could have used soap, huh?
Maybe. Don't you know oil and water?
Oh yeah.
Separate.
They don't mix, do they?
Daddy.
So a little bit of salt. Get my hand in there again. All right.
How much salt?
Oh, that's probably a teaspoon, maybe. Just salt to taste. Now here's our baking pan. I'm going to put this over here on top. Spread them around nice and even. Very nice. And then in the oven it goes. All right. Yep. And it's going to go in for probably about. I'm going to start checking it after about 40 minutes to make sure it's cooked well.
At 450.
450, yep. And it goes. Got my pans all set up here for the pork chops, for the apples, butter peas cooking. All right, so let's take a quick break. We'll get set up for the next thing we're going to cook, all right? So stand by one.
All right.
Okay, back again. So next thing is the apples, right?
Right.
Is that what we're doing?
I think so.
You're the assistant producer. Normally your mother, the ravishing Mrs. Ritter, is the producer. You're the assistant producer.
Yes.
Did you know that? Are you ready for that?
I'm the assistant director.
So apples next, all right? So Like in now that video is I'm gonna put a link up here to that video that I'm talking about, the pork chop video. So I've got she did some stewed apples. She used pink lady apples, which I'm a big fan of as well. In fact, that might have been the one to tell her about those. You think? Because I started getting those in Germany. Maybe
I don't know.
Anyway, I like them. You like them?
Yeah, they're my favorite.
They're good. Super sweet. All we're gonna do is butter, honey, apples. No cinnamon, nothing else. We're gonna just try that. So cutting them up. One of the things that we're gonna do, a little technique, is to leave the skin on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that way while you're stewing them, they're not gonna get all janky. That's our new word, right? They're not gonna come apart. The skin will kind of help hold them together. Mm-hmm. So come on over here. So I've got 8 ounces of butter, or 8 tablespoons of butter going there. This is Kerrygold butter. It's kind of, and it's over medium heat. All right. And then I'm gonna put in, I've got half a cup of just regular old raw honey. And
it's so good.
Yeah, this is pretty tasty honey. Mm-hmm. You have to watch that. You actually have to watch that these days, because if it doesn't say natural, you have to check it, because a lot of times they'll slip corn syrup in there on you. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
Tricksters.
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
I don't like that.
I know. Corn syrup's like in everything these days. Mm-hmm. Watch that. So try to get all this goodness off the can. And then I'm gonna use this spatula, kind of mix this all together. Now, I got this from watching a Gordon Ramsay video, and he used sugar, and he kind of caramelized the sugar a little bit. I'm using honey because this is kind of that carnivore diet friendly. I mean, it's butter, honey. You can use, smell that.
Smell-o-meter on.
Smell-o-meter on. That smells tasty. All that honey.
That
and
smells good.
Of course, it's melting up nice, and the butter mixing with it. And then I'm going to put this temperature down, because I don't want to scorch the butter. And now I'm going to put the apples in. I'm going to let this go. Yeah, so that's this diet Nathan I was telling you about in one of the earlier videos Nathan was telling me about. And it's fruit and meat. And the only sugars, it's like natural honeys, natural sugars in the fruit. Mm-hmm. That's it. No processed sugars. And just kind of mix and coat. See how I'm doing here? Yeah. Kind of coat this up.
I feel like this is a good, holiday dish.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of inspired this, I guess, is Gordon Ramsay's mom. He talked about how she would put this over French toast. Oh. Yeah. So there's kind of stewed apples. So we're going to leave this over medium heat. Kind of let this go a while. It'll soften up the apples. I'm kind of get them in here so they're all cooking. And it'll cook the water out of the apples. It'll kind of make a nice, delicious apple-y gravy. Mm-hmm. And then we'll come back when it gets a little bit going, and it's cooking for a little while, for probably 10, 15 minutes or so. And we'll add some water and cook it down some more. So that's the plan. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to go and start working on our pork chops, right?
Yep.
So be right back. All right, back again. Working on the pork chops now. So what we got here is you get a nice little shot of these babies. These are center cut pork loin chops here. All right, so just I've salted one side. I'm going to just put a little pink Himalayan salt here on the other side. Okay. And salt to taste. And I'm not doing pepper. You could do pepper, some other spices. Mom in her video did tenderizer. I'm not going to mess with that. These I think these are going to be pretty good. So all I simply do is just kind of dredge it in the egg wash here. Get nice and coated here. Dredge it in some flour. Nice and covered. All right. Shake off the excess and lay it on the plate. All right, we'll do that with the rest of these. So excited we're heading up to Grandma's for Thanksgiving, huh?
Yep. Tennessee.
I think they're gonna fry up a turkey for us.
Probably. That's Papa's kind of go-to.
Maybe we can get Papa on a video. You think he might like
Maybe.
this?
Maybe.
He was a cook in the Air Force. You know that?
I know that. But they don't know that.
Well, I'm letting you know. That's part of the dramatic narrative. Is he was. You missed your cue. You were supposed to go, he was, and then everybody would find out at the same time. Didn't you take drama in high school?
Yes. But I'm also not 3 years old. I know my grandpa.
Oh, I guess that's true. Oh, dredging these. How's that looking? These look like nice little pork chops here. I used 2 eggs for the egg wash. I think that's going to be plenty. We probably could have got away with 1.
Maybe.
So, and about just whatever flour it takes. I think it's about a cup of flour, maybe. But these are 5 chops. So I personally prefer the bone-in pork chops myself. Our producer bought these. So. Okay, we'll get them on the oven, get them frying up, or I'll stand by one. All right, great. So I got the oil in the pan nice and hot here. I'm going to just kind of lay these pork chops in. Hopefully, watch out, doesn't fry up too much. Kind of lay them away. In the oil. Let them fry up real nice. How's that looking?
Good.
Yeah. Check those, how those
Apples looks good.
So they got a nice
smell
center.
good.
See what's going on there?
Yeah.
See these, so it's like I was saying, it's going to cook the juice out. Now, some of these here, you can feel them. They're a little softer. They'll get soft. That's how you know they're kind of getting stewed up real nice. We'll let these go. These have been going for about, 10 minutes or so on medium, low heat. Don't want to burn them, but want to give them a nice chance to stew up real nice. And then, of course, we got our butter peas going over here. They don't seem to be simmering. Yeah, they're barely simmering, so these have been going for a while. These are about done.
Yeah.
We'll put some butter in those, too. I'm going to let these cook. They're not very thick, so it won't take them very long. You can kind of look at the sides almost and see where they're starting to turn white. All right, and then just kind of let them go. Make sure they're not sticking. Fry these up nice. And we'll put them on a plate. To kind of dry and cool down. Potatoes are still cooking. You want to see how those are doing?
Sure.
Let's check and see. There we go. See, the oil in there is bubbling, you see.
Yeah.
Can you smell? A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cook it along. What I'm going to do with these apples, I think, is after a bit, stew for just a little bit longer. And then I'm going to add some water and deglaze a little bit. Deglaze the pan, make sure the pan's all deglazed, which means basically scrape the bottom. And then add a little water in, and then let it boil down more and concentrate the flavors. Right? So that's kind of what I'm going to do next. So let these pork chops. We'll get these things cooked up, and then we'll come back and fix our apples here in a second. All right? So same level. All right, so take a look. Our pork chops, we've been flipping them and watching them. I think they're done. Bella's been helping out here. Thank you. So I'm going to just take it, put it over on a plate, paper towel, let it drain and drain the oil off and everything. Very nice. How's that look? They look good, huh?
Good.
All right, so the fire's off there. Now I'm going to come back to this. Now here's my apples, right? So I'm going to turn the heat back up a little bit. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a cup of water here to this, okay? And then what I'm going to do is kind of scrape the bottom here. Any kind of any goodness that's maybe stuck on the pan or anything like that. I'm going to kind of scrape it up. Just notice how the apples have kind of held together, but you can see how this one's darker right there than this one. So you can kind of feel that one's a little bit, that one's really stewed there, right? This one, see how light it is? Still has a way to go. Some are in a little bit more than others, but keeping that skin on the apple is keeping it from all falling apart, getting all janky, right? That's our new word, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna put that water in, and I wanna bring it back up to a boil, and we'll let that water steam out, and it'll really intensify the flavors there and kind of finish up the stewing part of this. All right, how's that grab you? Sound good? All right, so our beans are done. We're gonna come back to this and finish this up, and the potatoes are just about done. We got about another 20 minutes on the potatoes, I'm thinking, right? So you can tell what you can do is get a fork. Is you can look at these potatoes. Be careful when you first open the oven, and you kind of stick a fork in, and you can tell if it resists, if it's soft and done. See, it feels like a raw potato, right? So those aren't even close. So we got probably another 20 minutes on those, and we'll be back. Okay?
All right.
All right. So I put a cup of water in here, and then I put the heat up, and I boiled it out more. Now, if you look here, when I push this out of the way, see the juice? See how it looks thicker? You see that? See how it moved? It's like syrup now. See that? Yeah, I need the feedback. You can see that?
Yes.
It's not just me. I'm not just imagining things.
No.
Okay, good. So these are done. So I'm going to take these off, set them to the side. Now I'm going to make sure you save this juice too, because I'm thinking I might like a little bit of that with my pork chop. How's that sound?
Yeah.
That sounds good to me too. And we're gonna throw some butter in our butter peas. The potatoes got probably another 15 minutes. So the next we'll come back, we'll plate it all up, and we'll try it. We'll see how it is. Okay?
All right.
Do you want to try it?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. Okay,
I
we'll
mean,
see. All right, we'll
I'll
be back.
eventually try it.
Yes, you will. All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
All right, we're back. It's all plated up. Bella, looks good, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, looks good. So what I did, I took the stewed apples and I put some of that syrup over top of the pork chop. So I'm going to let you know how that turns out. Okay? I've got my butter peas, my potatoes with the herb de Provence. Let's try this now. Pork chop's all done. That's sweet with it. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, this honey glaze, I think we're on something. What do you think?
Yeah.
You try this couple of these. Oh, that's good.
It's good.
Pink lady, honey, and butter. Oh, that's good. What do you think? Sweater, are you ready to eat?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's eat.
All right. Thanks for the help, Bella.
Of course.
Thanks to the ravishing Mrs. Ritter, who's the producer, who got the apples. She made it happen.
Yep.
There she is over there. I'm looking at her. All right. Any questions?
Any questions?
Any questions?
No.
All right. Well, this is Colonel signing off. Over and out.